Moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Hello everyone, this is Meilin. Welcome you to the Moving to Oneness show. And today I have a special guest, Heidi Baker, who I got to know about 2.5 years ago when I was dipping and improving my speaking in front of people, creating more beautiful videos. And there was one beautiful light that I noticed always was there as a support. She was taking the same course with me. And the words when I thought about that experience of 2.5 years ago was, she's a woman that aspires through listening carefully to what words people spoke and moving them forward and saying, yes, you did great, keep on moving, do more and do better. And I'm here if you need any help. And I love that. This strong inner drive to support another human being. So everyone, please welcome with me today, sitting in California, Heidi Baker. Hello, Heidi. How are you?
Hi, Meilin. How are you? How are you? And you're in Germany,
yes.
Right? Ah, wonderful. I love the fact that we can be so connected and on the same page and so far apart.
Exactly. This is the beautiful about technology. This is bringing us together wherever we are on the earth, our magical, beautiful earth. And so we don't have to feel alone. And that is something that I really sense, even sometimes if I watch you on Facebook, your inner drive to build community and show your support. And you put so much energy in it. You even provide opportunities for people to speak at your time talks. Why did that come out of you? Or since when have you been doing that? Already as a child? Or was a certain event happening that made you express that side of you?
You know, it's funny, I hadn't put two and two together, but while I love bringing people together, there was a time when I was not included. There was a time when I was the one who was completely left outside of the group. And I was in primary school, as you call it in Germany, and I was pretty much an outcast because I think that my soul was just always different. I always wanted to speak the truth. I always wanted to lift people up, and I was shunned for it. And for years, I went into hiding. But as I got older and I grew into understanding that I was born to be this person, I got more comfortable with the fact that I had my own responsibilities to take care of. And subconsciously, I didn't know. I've always tried to bring people together because I love it when people can be real with one another. And how this came to be with this time talks of bringing people together to be able to speak in front of each other, having a safe place to try their voice is, again, in the class we were taking together, they had asked us to speak. And as you said, I live in sunny California. I don't just live in sunny California. I live in Los Angeles. And while I love this city, it is a city of professional speakers, directors, producers. And if you don't show up, as they say, buttoned up, ready to go, you get one chance. We say in the city, you get a one and done. And if someone comes to listen to me speak one time and I am not on point, they'll never come. And that was just too scary. But I knew the importance of my needing to use my voice. And I felt if it was that important for me and all the people that I'd seen and helped already, then it was just as important for them. And they needed a safe space to use their voice. So it was an inspiration. It was, I think, a divine download I had gotten. And I think you saw the video that I put up with my little nugget. I said, if there was a safe place where you could come and use your voice, where you could get up on stage and people knew you, liked you, and trusted you, and they applauded before you ever opened your mouth, would you come from all four corners of the globe to be there? And they did.
Yes, they did.
And they did. And that was the inspiration for me. It was just this download. It's funny, one of my dear friends who is also a very clairvoyant, audiovoyant, knows when I'm getting a download. It's not just me, I'm being spoken through. And she's like, that was your download. And I said, yeah, because that wasn't me. It was something bigger than me. And I love it's because I'm someone who's very empathic. The feelings I get are just huge. And so I always lean in toward what feels good. And that felt really good. So that's pretty much why I did it and why I still do it.
Yeah, every year you did the third year, just passed, right? February. So everyone do look Heidi up later on. And maybe next year it's possibility for you to practice in this safe haven. I was not able to be there personally in California, but I did watch a few hours over live stream. And it was really that what Heidi said, a place to try without feeling that the world will fall down when one would make a mistake or something. Right. It really, one felt embraced. And I could see that and feel that in everyone who spoke up front. So do connect with her if that is an interest, especially if you live in California, in Los Angeles. And I know many of you who are listening do live there, US, or from around the world. Come together, and it fits. That's why I picked you also, Heidi, because you think about oneness, of bringing people, moving people from around the globe to come to your speech, to your time talks, where they can practice their speech and also get very honest critique, because so often we don't get that. And you've given that, and everyone who was there gave it as well with a loving heart.
Yeah, this actually what we added this year besides just the critique. And we always say that, it's you only come there to lift people up. You only say things with the intention of lifting people up, not to bring them down. If it is something that you're going to leave them less than what you found them, then you're not allowed to say it. And then the second thing we added this year was after everyone got done, we talked about what we liked, what we loved, what we learned, and we got to give them each one prediction of greatness. And I have to tell you that there wasn't one person who didn't leave feeling like they were on the right path. It was just such a beautiful space. It's crazy how we all connect. We have people that come from Europe. We have people that come from Kuwait. We have people that come from Middle East. We have people that come from Australia. We actually, this year, I've been asked to do one in Rochester, New York this year, and I think I may be doing it this fall. And I know I've had people asking me from all over the world. I know people in Europe have been asking me for years, when am I bringing it there?
Yeah.
Right now we're going to keep it where it's at, but it doesn't mean it's not in the near future. Once everything shifts, we need a place where voices can come together in a very positive way to support each other and be able to feel like one word can change everything. One voice can do it.
Yeah, so for sure you uplift people, and this is important. And you did it 2 days ago. Everyone, I was watching Facebook, and at the moment we are March 14th, and the coronavirus is going around the world. And I saw just a video of you, Heidi, where you spoke about living in the now, and you had beautiful sentences. What advice, uplifting advice, did you give people that was out of the ordinary, what other spoke about. And I'm maybe going to say one because as a landscape architect,
sure,
I'm always
right
connected with nature.
Yes. Yeah.
Is you said something, give Earth time to breathe. Could you please elaborate and just go with the flow?
Okay, so it's funny. It was a bit of a download, I'll be honest. So for me, just to give you a heads up on what I'm doing right now, is this is a really difficult time for many, and actually for everyone, I should say, if you choose it to be so. And I've chosen to be the light. I've actually made a commitment to myself that I will post every single day. I will do a live video every single day, as well as if I can post something that just to make you think and to make you calm and feel good. I've also created an audio, manifesting audio around, they found a cure for coronavirus, and I've had huge response to that so far, where people feel calm and centered and grounded for the very first time. I created it. I've put it up on social media. I've asked everyone to share it, because we are now at a space and time where it is up to us to take the time to center and to calm and to ground ourselves, because it's just, everything's gotten to a fever pitch. The idea of the earth needing a break has more to do with what we've done on it. And I'm not just talking about the issues we are all, quote unquote, worried about, like global warming and, just this virus being everywhere. I mean, we have pushed ourselves so far. We have lost a sense of the here and now. We have lost who we are, because who we are is not the phone in our hands, the house that we live in, the clothes that we wear. Who we are these amazing beings who are stopping right now to help the people that take care of us, the doctors and nurses, from being overwhelmed, and to support the people that need our help the most, which are the immunocompromised and the people who are the elderly, who are the most susceptible to this actually being a death sentence. Yes, it is a scary, scary thought that our planet is, if you listen to the words, under attack. But it's not. It's the most beautiful time in history since I've been alive, in regards to the fact that we are all coming together as one species to take care of each other. We're amazing. And this planet, there's a question I have in my mind. I live in California, as you've said. We had a completely dry February, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but to us, this is our month of rain, which is a huge deal because we live in a desert. It doesn't look like that, but we actually live in a desert. So without February being wet, we'll be in a drought. And we were in a severe drought a couple years ago. And not getting one drop of rain in February was really unbelievably disconcerting. I will tell you, in the last week, we have had 5 days of rain, and we are expected to get 7 out of the next 9. March is not typically a wet month for us. I feel like as we are calming our energies down, as we are stopping this rat race, this pressure, this have to, must, got to, get it done, go, 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 check it off the list, check it off the list. And as we realize there's nowhere to be, there's nothing to do. We have to sit and calm and ground. And as our energies do, I believe it is healing the earth. For us to get this many days of rain in March is really uncommon, unbelievably uncommon. So I think as we heal ourselves, we heal the earth. And I don't mean just healing ourselves from coronavirus, but I mean healing ourselves from the ideas and the concepts that we've bought into and believe 150% that there is pressure. I'm still waiting for someone to show me a picture of what pressure actually looks like besides how we manifest it in our body. It's time for us to enjoy the simple moments, what I call finding your 15 minutes a day of bubble of joy, checking in with your body, being empathic, listening to what's going on around you and in you, and finding joy, true, simple, unadulterated joy. Play with your dogs. Read a book, watch a hummingbird, for goodness sakes. You want to be in wonder? Watch a hummingbird. They're amazing. Watch how the trees blow in the wind. Watch the rain come down and be grateful that it's here. That's how we heal the earth and heal ourselves.
Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, exactly. How we take the time for ourselves, to see ourselves, to feel ourselves, to become aware of ourselves,
Yes.
right? The more we become aware and see and hear the people around us, family or in the larger surrounding, but also the ones of the pets and animals out in the world. And then anyway, the whole world, right? And it is time to treat ourselves beautiful, with respect, others with respect, nature with respect. And yes, I also believe we have gone very far. It is time to transfigurate many things. How, especially also animals that we use, husbandry, I think is the word in English, that we use for our foods, right? Or the fields where we grow our nutrition on. The air we breathe, what do we put in it? And the more I look at myself, the more you look at yourself, the more we look at each other and ourselves, the more beautiful in calmness we can act. We can embrace, you can embrace everyone differently, because there is a softness then within you, and you'll connect to the softness of others. And then everything else that is harsh can dissolve. That is one of my beliefs. And I love the word that you said, Heidi, that we're coming together as unity, supporting each other. And yes, this is a topic where we look around the globe. We acknowledge that we are all not different. We may live in different places. We may speak a different language. But to support each other and uplift each other. And everyone, what I didn't say before, and I want to say, Heidi acted on a impulse. She had an idea, and it was clear for her. She just had to start. She had to use the first words. You had to voicing your idea. I remember that you started thinking about the idea. You were asking how people would find that idea, and it is growing, and momentum is building. And the idea is growing, and you said you've been invited. So as we have so much time, right, Heidi? Everyone, take a look what is moving you now, what you feel inside that you want to create with your family, with a partner. Take a new viewpoint of the time that you have now at home and see, are you living what you want to live? Or are there new sparkles appearing?
Yes, this is your time. This is the time that we've all needed. It's funny. I was thinking about it yesterday. Most of the most amazing inventions or ideas come from many people where? In the shower.
Yes.
Why? Because the fact that there's nothing there to keep our attention on something else. We now have this huge, amazing chunk of time to be able to let our brain download. In the shower, it's our subconscious telling us what it is that it's been trying to do everywhere else, but we've got all these nice, new, shiny, pretty things to look at that pull us away from it. So instead, use this time to journal or to just let your brain decompress and start to let these amazing, unbelievable thoughts and ideas come and surface. Actually, I'm about to put up another video around the idea that I believe some of the most amazing, creative ideas and expansive thoughts are going to come out of this time because we have a chance to actually allow them into being.
Yeah, because our awareness is on everyone. This is a fascinating thing. You just said that. It is, the awareness is on ourselves and also right away on the globe, because we're observing what is happening. Yeah, more than usually. Normally it's more local, maybe, unless you're really interested in world happenings. But I think it's a huge mass that is looking what is happening somewhere else, how it is there, how it is here. Comparison is being used. The acknowledgement of that there is not much difference, or if what is different, it starts a conversation, right? And then it's also the time where we go in. So this is the beautiful, like a breath, the breath of in and out and in and out, and finding new insights into the happenings. So I have a question for you,
Okay.
Heidi, before we go off. I have really two. The first one is, where do people find you, or how can they connect to you? Because everyone, she's also fascinating in supporting people in manifesting whatever they desire. And that is one of Heidi's traits, and that is a natural to her. So say that first before I ask you the other question, dear Heidi.
Sure. If anybody wants to, you can follow me on Facebook at expertredefined.com. Not.com, sorry. My website is expertredefined.com, and I'm Expert Redefined on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you want to email me, it's Heidi, Heidi, at expertredefined.com.
Yeah, so everyone, you got it right there. So the last question is, what would you not tell people? I don't want to use the word tell, but what idea arises, or what insight arises now for you? What people can take out of this experience that they are, now in the moment, what they are taking in their life, in their thoughts, in their body? What can they take out from now into the future to move to the oneness they desire for themselves or the world?
What can they take from this time? There's so much. I think the first steps to even finding that for oneself is to allow the time to be what it is. We have to shift from the thoughts of having to go somewhere or be somewhere. A good example is when I wrote you yesterday, when you asked if I could speak to you today, I said, let me see what we're doing. And I just started to crack up because I'm so used to having to check and see, with having children and having a business and a husband, and there's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. There is only to be. And once you allow that to be your reality, then you're more open to the thoughts that come and the possibilities that will show. And to take to the future, the best thing to do, at least what I'm trying to do, is trying to be really present right now. Because this is a very unique time. I mean, when in history has there ever been a time when you're not worried that your boss is going to be jumping down the throat if you don't get something done in time? When have you ever taken a vacation from a job and not worried that something's happening when you're not there? And heck, since the beginning of social media, has there ever been a time where we didn't feel that it was FOMO, fear of missing out because someone else was doing something better than us? We're all doing the same thing right now. We're all in the same place. So don't try to cover it up. Don't try to muck it over. Just let it happen. And it'll show up for you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is something for you and everyone to take along, and a beautiful vision, right? And it is like a vision that will pull you forward, everyone. So this simplicity and the softness in Heidi's words, take them in. Take them in. Take them in. So everyone, thank you for being here on the Moving to Oneness show. And I wish you the best. Thank you, Heidi. And let's all together move forward into the future.